Hi, welcome to another Derek Does. Today, we're going to do this. Hi everybody, welcome back to another Derek Does. I'm Derek, and if you're new here, please subscribe. Check out all my other cool videos, but today I've got something that if you're a film buff, if you like watches, that's a hint, and if you like kangaroos, then you're gonna love this. This is the kangaroo that you probably would recognize if you're a film buff or if you're a Bruce Willis fan and you love Pulp Fiction.
And the little kangaroo?
Yes, it was on your little kangaroo.
This is the kangaroo that held the watch right here that was forgotten in the hotel room, or his apartment. But this isn't the actual kangaroo. This is the same kangaroo that could have been bought by the prop person for the film. This is from 1956. They made these kangaroos from Fine Entertainment was the brand, but I believe that McCoy, which is a real famous pottery place, actually made it for Fine Entertainment in 1956. I'll do close-ups of it and you can take a look at everything. This is a kangaroo caddy, and it's called a caddy because it's a man caddy. You would put your change here or your ring or whatever, and then in the back here you could put your wallet or anything that's loose you could put in here, and here you could put either a ring or a watch like Bruce Willis did. These were real popular back for men back in the 50s. They would you'd have your caddy for this, but then you also, I believe they had, it's called a caddy also for suits. You put your suit over in your pants and everything had a little caddy to hold all your stuff, and this was no different. Now this is again from 1956. I don't know how long they made these for. Obviously they would press them at McCoy, and it has Fine Entertainment, kind of readable here. Other ones are easier to read, and they would sell it. They would have these in this color, which is kind of the gray. There's the brown color, which is a very dark brown with, and I'll show you pictures of those. And then there's also like a lighter brown version of this same caddy. I think there's only 3 that they made, but I could be wrong. If not, put it in the description below, or the comments below, and I'll make sure everyone can get to see that. I'm gonna show you this one. I've had multiples of these over the years, and I actually had one before Pulp Fiction came out, because I remember I had one and then the film came out, and then I saw the kangaroo and I go, I've got that kangaroo. And then I think the demand on these things kind of went up a little bit in the mid 90s, probably up to 2000-ish, and then it's kind of dropped down again. So you can still find these. They're on eBay, they're on Etsy, they're everywhere really, and they're not that expensive either. I think they made a lot of these during that time period, and they were probably sold a lot of these also. They're really cool. I mean, they're kitschy. They got this kangaroo with boxing gloves to hold all your stuff, but why not? You needed something to keep it so it just doesn't get all scattered over the top of your dresser. These things are great. I don't really use it for that purpose. It's more of a decorative thing, and I have a cigar cutter I keep in here and some other stuff and some change and just things that I don't really need or want, but I want to save it, I guess, for some reason, and I put it into the caddy and I know it's going to be okay. Again, these are ceramics, so they could break, so you might want to get 2. And you might want to collect all the colors too. But I'll put it, do some close-ups and you can take a look at it. It's kind of a cool thing, and why not? It's from Pulp Fiction, Pulp Fiction. Well, here it is. It is really cute. It's got a nice little smile there. He's got his little boxing gloves. I mean, it's a kangaroo. But he's got like a little sack, I guess, around his neck or something like that. This is the caddy part that you would put your wallet, loose items, bigger items like that. Here is as you can see, it's concaved, and you could put change or a ring or whatever you had. You could just put it in there, usually probably mostly for change, maybe even keys if you wanted to. And then this is the famous tail that would either hold a ring or it could hold your watch or whatever. You just put it like that. Now on the back, when you look for these, this one's kind of not the best indentation into it, and then you can kind of make out the date there. The ones I've had in the past, have a better stamp. You can see right there like 56 with a copyright. This one's got some crazing here, which is, you know, this is how you tell it's real, because that's going to happen on an old one. It's in really good shape. It's not 100% perfect, but it's really good. If you're going to buy these, make sure this isn't broken off or his ears aren't broken off. This one is actually really nice. The only issue on this one is right there. There's a little chip right there, but that's the only thing. Definitely usable. I like the gray color. The brown color is really nice too, but I like the gray. Even though in the film they didn't use the gray, I kind of like the gray. But you can still tell it's the Kangaroo. Well, I hope you enjoyed this episode on the Kangaroo Caddy from Fine Entertainment, aka McCoy Pottery, from about 56 in that range, mid-50s. I think it's dated 56, but I'm sure they made them past there. Again, check these out. You can find them on eBay. You can probably find them at estate sales if you're lucky, or you can find other places too. And they're not that expensive. They're cool. It's kind of a piece of movie history in a way. Definitely put a watch hanging from it. If you get a good, nice little gold watch, put it on there. And then I'm sure if you have people over, they'll be like, oh my gosh, that's kind of cool. So it's a useful item. It's cool looking, it's vintage, and it has a bit of provenance from the film. So hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you will check out all my other videos, and I'll see you on the next Derek Does. Thanks for watching.